Hi, I'm James from Portainer, and in this video I'm going to talk about the new features in version 2.13 of Portainer. This version is being released for both Community and Business Edition, so first I'll talk a bit about that. Then I'll show you some of the new features in 2.13, such as provisioning Kubernetes environments in the cloud directly from Portainer, the new filtering options on the homepage, as well as some changes around registry browsing. In the Edge space, I'll cover our new waiting room functionality for Edge agents, along with support for private registries and improvements to environment variable support on Edge stacks. There's also some security work that's gone into this release, like enforcing strong passwords for users and dependency updates to resolve some CVEs. And of course, I'll tell you how you can upgrade to 2.13. 2.13 marks the first time we're releasing both Business Edition and Community Edition at the same time. This is part of us streamlining our release process, and you can expect to see concurrent releases like this going forward. To go along with this, we're also combining our documentation into a single release rather than the split between BE and CE that we've done before. Any features that are BE specific will be highlighted in the docs. One of the most exciting new features in 2.13 is the ability to provision Kubernetes environments on cloud providers directly from within Portainer. With a couple of clicks, you can spin up a Kubernetes environment in the cloud right from Portainer itself, automatically deploying the Portainer agent to the new cluster ready for you to manage. In this release, we're supporting provisions on Civo, Linode and DigitalOcean, with more providers to come in the future. As you add more environments to Portainer, the list on the homepage may grow. To help with this, we've added filtering options to the homepage. With these, you can filter the list of environments displayed by platform, status, tags, and groups, making things a lot easier to find. Registry browsing has been a popular feature of our Business Edition, and in 2.13 we've expanded the access to this feature to non-admin users. Users will only be able to see and browse registries that they have been assigned under Manage Access by admins, and they'll only be able to interact at the level of access they've been given by their role. For example, read-only users will have read-only access to the registry. For our Edge users, there's a few great enhancements in this release that'll interest you. The first is the introduction of a waiting room for new Edge devices. This lets you preload Edge devices with a script to deploy the Edge agent and connect back to the Portainer server without having to pre-configure the environments in Portainer. Newly connecting devices go into a waiting room where an admin user would approve or deny those devices connecting to the environment. This is extremely powerful if you're deploying a large number of devices and aren't able to manually configure each one when they're connected for the first time. We've got a link to a blog post with more detail on this feature in the video description. 2.13 adds support for private registries to our Edge stacks functionality. This lets you deploy stacks on Edge devices from sources other than Docker Hub, including your own company registries set up within Portainer. Rounding out the big Edge features in this release is local environment variable support for Edge devices. With this, an Edge stack can reference environment variables defined on the local environment of the Edge device. For example, an Edge device could have a location environment variable on the device itself that can be referenced by the stack deployed to it. On the security front, we've improved security for Portainer's internal authentication method by requiring that you use strong passwords for your users. Passwords will need to be at least 12 characters and include at least 3 of these character types: lowercase letters, uppercase letters, numeric characters, and special characters. If you're upgrading Portainer and your existing passwords don't meet this requirement, you'll be prompted to change your password when you first log in after the upgrade. This feature only applies to those using Portainer's internal authentication. If you're using an external auth provider like Active Directory or OAuth, this won't apply to you. We've also spent some time updating our third-party dependencies within the Portainer image to resolve some reported CVEs, and we'll continue to keep an eye out for these in the future, updating the dependencies as needed. These are the big features and changes in 2.13, but there's also a lot more other changes and fixes in this release. You can find more details about these in our release notes on our documentation website. If you're doing a fresh install of Portainer on your environment, Business Edition users can take a look at our install guide at install.portainer.io. This will guide you through what you need to run Portainer and show you how to install it. For our Community Edition, you can use our documentation at docs.portainer.io. Upgrade guides for both editions are also available in our documentation, as well as instructions for upgrading from CE to BE. Thanks for watching. I hope I've been able to show you some of the cool new stuff in Portainer 2.13. If you do have any questions, need help, or would like more information on anything I've talked about here, please check out our documentation, join our community support channels, or get in touch with us directly.